evolution toward the palace of the future thrill.
Welcome back to VALORE-CAR, where steel meets precision. Today, we're pitting America's last V8 gladiator, the 2025 Ford Mustang Dark Horse,
versus against Germany's tech marvel, the 2025 BMW M4 Competition. One question: can old school muscle outgun cutting-edge engineering?
This battle's tighter than a drag race photo finish. Stick around, we're crowning a champion.
Let's start under the hood. The M4's 3.0 LS58 twin-turbo inline-6 isn't just powerful, it's a lab experiment. 530 horsepower, 479 lb-ft torque, and a plasma-coated cylinder bore to handle 25 psi of boost from twin-scroll turbos. Translation: it's over-engineered to dominate autobahns and racetracks.
Hold up. The Dark Horse's 5.0L Coyote V8 scoffs at turbos. 500 naturally aspirated horses, a 7,500 RPM redline, and a crossplane crank that growls like a grizzly. Ford even added forged pistons, a dual throttle body, and track-focused cooling, because subtlety is for hybrids. Plus, optional drag strip mode shaves 0.2 seconds off your quarter mile.
But here's the kicker. BMW's Valvetronic adjusts valve lift in 0.3 seconds. Throttle response: instantaneous. The Mustang's electronic throttle feels quaint next to this.
Quaint, tri-connected, no turbo lag, no computers, just your right foot and 500 horses. Plus, Ford's Track Attack app coaches you at the drag strip. BMW's M-Lap Timer, it's for bragging at golf courses. On the streets, the Dark Horse is a brute. MagneRide 4.0 scans the road 1,000 times per second, adapting damping faster than you blink. The Torsen Limited Slip Diff locks the rear axle for smoky drifts, while standard 6-piston Brembos clamp down on the 16-inch rotors.
Ruthless. The M4 is an AI surgeon. xDrive AWD shuffles torque front to rear in milliseconds, and the Active M differential brakes inside wheels to pivot into corners. And integral active steering. It turns the rear wheels up to 2.5 degrees, because physics is just a suggestion.
Data schmata. The Mustang's optional Pirelli Trofeo RS tires grip like Velcro, and line lock, hold a button, melt tires for free. BMW charges $3,000 for a drift angle coach. Who needs that when you've got instincts?
Slide into the M4's M carbon buckets, and you're swaddled in tech. The Live Cockpit Pro's 12.3-inch display morphs into track mode, overlaying G-forces and lap times. iDrive 8, it's Siri on steroids. Adjust drive modes, nav, and climate via voice.
The Dark Horse's Recaro seats hug you like a pit crew chief. Sync 4A's 12-inch touchscreen is simple, but the analog toggle switches, pure genius. Flip one, and the exhaust goes from library to track mode rage. No voice commands needed.
BMW's augmented reality nav projects arrows onto your windshield like Tony Stark's Eddie.
The Dark Horse's design screams, "Fight me." The Predator grille forces air into twin radiators, while functional hood vents spit heat like a dragon. Those quad titanium exhausts, they're standard, and the optional gurney flap adds 8% more downforce.
The the M4's design whispers engineered obsession. The gaping kidney grille feeds air to twin turbos, and active air flaps balance downforce at 150 mph. Oh, and M shadow line lights. They're not just menacing, they're wind tunnel proven.
The Mustang's active grille shutters boost cooling by 15% for free, and Ford's underbody panels, standard unlike BMW's $3,200 M Aero package. Keep your wallet closed, folks.
The M4's 0.28 drag coefficient is aero sorcery. At 150 mph, It slices air while the Mustang's 0.34 CD feels like punching a wall. Plus, M shadow line. Lights reduce glare for other drivers because speed shouldn't blind pedestrians. The M4's driving assistant professional is cruising down the highway, scanning for surrounding vehicles, actively adjusting steering direction, and securely maintaining lane position. Night vision spots deer at 200 meters via thermal imaging, perfect for rural midnight sprints. And the parking assistant. It parallel parks while you sip espresso.
Basic. Copilot 360 includes lane centering and evasive steering, standard. BMW charges $300 for lane assist. And blind spot monitoring, free here, $600 there. Talk about nickel and diming. Oh, and Blue Cruise 1.3 lets you drive hands-free on highways. Try that in your overpriced Bavarian. The Dark Horse starts at $62,000. Loaded up with the carbon fiber pack, $6,000. Recaro Elite seats, $3,500. Performance handling package, $4,500. N and destination fee, $195. And you'll barely crack $77,000. Maintenance, $150 oil changes, a 5-year warranty, and Ford's Track Ready Care covering track day wear. After 3 years, it retains 60% value, perfect for drivers who crave V8 thrills without the premium tax.
The M4 Competition starts at $88,000, but check the boxes. M carbon package, $7,500. Ceramic brakes, $8,200. Individual frozen matte paint, $7,000. Executive package, $6,300. M laser lights, $2,300. And M carbon bucket seats, $4,500. Go wild, and you're at $123,800. Resale, 75% after 3 years, thanks to BMW's cult-like following. Exclusivity, priceless.
Let's break it down category by category. Performance and power. The Dark Horse's 5.0L Coyote V8 500 HP, screaming to 7,500 RPM. A dying breed of raw American muscle. 9.5 points out of 10. Pure, unadulterated adrenaline.
But the M4's 3.0L S58 twin-turbo inline-6, 503 HP, boosted brilliance with Bavarian precision. 9.3 points out of 10. Tech over tradition.
Driving dynamics. Mustang's MagneRide 4.0 and Torsen diff. A smoky burnout artist. 8.8 points out of 10. Fun first philosophy.
M4's xDrive AWD and Active M differential. A scalpel on switchbacks. 9.7 points out of 10. Engineering witchcraft.
Interior tech. Sync 4A's 12-inch screen and analog toggles. No-nonsense muscle logic. 8.5 points out of 10. Simplicity rules.
BMW's iDrive 8 with AR navigation and self-parking. The future, now. 9.4 points out of 10. Silicon Valley on wheels.
Exterior design. Mustang's Predator grille and quad titanium exhausts. Unapologetic rebellion. 9.0 points out of 10. Bold, brash, American.
And M4's carbon roof and laser light LEDs. Wind tunnel honed elegance. 8.8 points out of 10. Sophistication with a bite.
Value and exclusivity, $62,000 for a V8 icon with free track days. Democracy on wheels, 9.5 points out of 10. Porsche thrills, half the price.
Umdred 4's 75% resale and bespoke individual options. A cult of exclusivity. 9.0 points out of 10. Prestige has a price.
Safety and track tech. Mustang's track apps and Copilot 360. Track ready and street smart. 9.1 points out of 10. Blue collar genius.
BMW's Night Vision and M-Drive Pro. A tech fortress. 9.4 points out of 10. Over-engineering at its finest.
Final tally, Mustang wins performance and power, exterior design, safety, and track tech, a triple crown of unbridled American spirit.
BMW M4 dominates driving dynamics, interior tech, value, and exclusivity. The holy trinity of Teutonic mastery.
Debate your champion below. Subscribe for more high-octane battles. Until next time, drive fast, but dream faster.